Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited for today's video. We're going to be talking about how to prep your mind and body for warmer months, for summer, to feel good in your body and in your mind going forward into the summer months. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you do, please leave me a like and a comment letting me know what your favourite part was. But without further ado, let's get into the video. I feel like the weather is getting warmer and we're kind of getting to that point where the sun is shining. All of those pesky little feelings that, come up and that are so normal to come up in the summer months when we have to start taking off layers, putting the coats in the wardrobe, taking off the jumpers, all of that good stuff, uncovering the lumps and bumps that we would potentially be covering up during the winter months, and getting those shorts out from last year or a couple of years ago and, starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable in our skin. First off, I just wanted to say that it is totally normal and natural to feel a little bit outside of your comfort zone in these times. Like, it can feel so alien to just uncover your body because it is like it's your body, and it can feel quite intimate when you're just wearing your shorts or you're just wearing a bikini, and that is okay. And it's okay to feel a little bit just out of your comfort zone. But today, I wanted to give you just a few tips to really just prep your mind and your body for summer, because it's so easy to start falling down the self-hatred hole, to start beating yourself up if you don't fit in the shorts that you wore last year, comparing your summer body. I use air quotes there, because what even is a summer body, right? But you might be comparing your body to other people's bodies, or to what you look like a few years ago, or what you looked like last year, or when you were younger. You may start noticing new stretch marks or cellulite that you never noticed before, or generally just feeling more conscious in yourself and your body when, the fluffy coats are in the wardrobe and the jumpers are away and you have to just wear like one t-shirt and maybe a pair of shorts because it's just too hot to do anything other than that. So I really want this training to just put you at ease a little bit, and to act as a bit of a pep talk as well, to help you to prep your mindset and to prep yourself, and to start just being more gentle with yourself as we go into these summer months, the warmer weather. So some reminders to begin with that I hope will help give you a little bestie pep talk before heading into this warmer weather and the warmer months that are approaching. If you don't fit into your shorts from last year, see it as a hell yeah. I can go shop. Hell yeah, I've lived another amazing year full of memories. And instead of immediately jumping down the critical route, thinking, oh, I've let myself go, like using air quotes again, because what even is letting yourself go? Instead of doing that, instead of tearing yourself apart for everything that you feel like you've failed at, instead, thank your body for all that it has gone through in the previous year to get you to where you are today. Going off of that strand of letting yourself go, there's this really negative narrative around that statement, letting yourself go, like that it's seen as this negative thing that, oh my gosh, I've let myself go, it's all gone downhill. Instead, I really want to challenge this viewpoint. Letting yourself go is actually just enjoying your life, right? It's making memories, it's having fun and evolving as a human being. And how beautiful is that? I just think there's so much beauty in letting yourself go and letting yourself be free and to have the power over your life. Letting yourself go is liberating rather than restricting. Letting yourself go, using that little reframe of actually, it doesn't have to be a negative thing. It can be seen and you can view it as a positive. Next reminder, you do not owe anyone skinny. You do not owe anyone a smaller version of yourself. You do not owe anyone losing loads of weight. You do not owe anyone slimming out because we're going into the summer months. What even is a summer body? You don't owe anyone anything. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why you've put on weight or why you don't look like you did last year. You don't owe anyone anything. It is your life. You are the main character in your story. So treat yourself as such. Going off of that, you do not need to eat healthily because we're going into the summer months. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm promoting eating only junk food or processed food or anything like that. That means that if you want the burger, go for it. Because as long as we're eating a balanced diet, we are good to go. Like, there are no bad foods. For years, I was going down this route of, it's going into the summer months. I need to eat loads of salads and, eat fresh produce. And that feels amazing. It does. But just because we're showing more of our body, just because we're wearing less layers of clothing, doesn't mean that you have to eat less. It doesn't mean that you have to eat less burgers. It doesn't mean that you have to restrict yourself. As long as you are feeling good in your body and you are eating a balanced diet, you're staying active, then there are no bad foods. And final reminder, you may have heard this one a lot, but I'm just going to say it anyway. A bikini body is simply a body wearing a bikini. And if anyone says otherwise, then that is their own fat phobia shining through. And that actually, we should feel a little bit sorry for them. If, someone is looking at you and thinking, oh, you shouldn't be wearing a bikini. You've got too much skin. You've got too many curves. You've got too many lumps and bumps. That is on them. They need to have a little inner reflection to think about why they're so offended by you showing your skin. It's got nothing to do with you. It's everything to do with them. And the little perspective shift there is just to think like, I feel sorry for you. Like, I do feel bad that you can't educate yourself and you can't be inclusive of everyone. Because we all deserve to wear the bikini, we all deserve to wear the shorts, and we all deserve to wear the skirts. And nobody should be, as in like no physical body shouldn't be allowed to wear those things because of how it looks. And it says everything about ourselves if we're judging someone for doing that. And just remember that, everybody is a bikini body. So, how to prep your mind and body for summer, right? Number 1, be gentle with yourself. Notice when all different varieties of emotions come up for you. Because as I was writing this, I was really coming into my own, thinking that there are no negative emotions. For so long, I had this belief that there were good and bad emotions, that I kind of been fed this narrative that, there were good emotions like being happy and thankful and caring. No, caring isn't emotion. What am I saying? And there are bad emotions like anger and shame and embarrassment and all of these things. When actually, learning that every emotion plays its role was the greatest shift that I could make for my inner peace. Every single emotion has its purpose within our lives, and it's okay to feel lots of different types of emotions. There are no good and bad emotions. So, when emotions like shame, embarrassment, anger, fear come up, notice it and start recognizing what that emotion brings you and allows you to do. For example, fear means you are stepping outside of your comfort zone. And just by doing that, you are entering a new realm of possibility for evolving and for developing as a human being and learning new skills, and you never know what that situation will bring to you. So when you feel shame, you could ask yourself, why? Where is this coming from? Is this an opportunity for growth? Am I learning something through this situation? Ask yourself with each emotion, where is this coming from and why? Ask yourself, is this serving my greater good, my highest self? Just start to notice these emotions that come up and be gentle with yourself when they do, because it's okay to feel your feelings and then to move through them. Number 2 for prepping your mind and body for summer is all to do with clothing. Throw out the clothes that don't make you feel good. Just say goodbye to the clothes that don't fit you. Stop waiting for the moment when you will fit into them again, because it will only bring you this inner turmoil. When I finally let go of being a size 10, that was when I just felt so liberated, because I was like, why do I need to be a size 10? There is no reason why I need to be a size 8 to 10. If my body wants to sit in its healthy state at a size 12 to 14, then I will let it do that. Let your body just be free and be what it wants to be and sit where it wants to sit when you're healthy. Because a healthy body looks different to everyone. And let go of the clothing that doesn't make you feel confident, doesn't make you feel amazing in your skin, because what is the point in holding on to loads of dresses and skirts and trousers and things that just don't light you up? Instead, gift it to someone. Gift it to someone else that would love it. Put it on Vinted, put it on eBay, take it to a charity shop. There are so many opportunities to share the clothes that once brought you joy with someone else that can give them joy now. And I think that is so beautiful, that you can recognize something that isn't bringing you joy right now and give it to someone who it might bring joy to. I always see clothing that doesn't fit, or clothing that doesn't make me feel good anymore. I see those as symbols of holding yourself back from being your true, authentic self. Instead, throw them out and let that be a symbol of letting it go and finally accepting yourself and feeling comfortable in who you are and what you have to offer this world. So throw it all out, get it gone. And it will feel so good. It will feel so liberating. And see this as an opportunity to go shopping, my girl. Like, go try on some new clothes. Go find what will make you feel good. Go and just do it. Go and try on some new shorts, order some shorts, see how they feel. You know, we don't have to view shopping as this really horrible negative thing. And I know how easy that it is to go into the changing rooms and to just start. I mean, the amount of times I've cried in a changing room because I've been trying on things that just weren't for me, or trying to fit into a size that I once was. When you just accept that your body has changed and evolved into who you are right now, that is so liberating. And just take it as a bit of an experiment to just try out new clothes. Try it out and see what makes you feel good. And maybe that might result in you finding a whole new style for yourself. And I just think that that is amazing. So, number 2, all about just figuring out what clothes don't fit and letting them go, and not thinking to yourself, oh, if I work out a little bit more, then I'll fit into that again next summer or in a couple of months' time. Like, just let it go. I plead with you. Just let it go. Moving on to number 3, comparisons. The thing to remember with comparisons, and especially to do with our bodies in summertime and just in any social situation really, is to remember that no one is actually looking at you. As soon as you realize that, it brings you so much peace, like in the nicest way possible. No one cares that much about what you're doing. Everyone is so wrapped up in their own lives, in their own situation, in their own thoughts, in their own feelings, in their own beliefs, to be bothered about what you're doing. No one cares that much about what you're doing. Just remember that if you think that someone is judging you, or, if you think that someone is staring at you, the chances are that they're not. And if they are, then just see it as a compliment, right? You're so interesting to them that they want to stare at you. Well, let them. Let them stare, because we're owning ourselves and we are the main character. So if someone else is staring at you, then see it as a good thing, because they see you as so cute and so interesting and so beautiful that they want to stare at you. And that's cool. It's a compliment, girl. So yeah, remember with comparisons that we are all on our own journey. We are all living our own lives. We're all going through our own struggles, and no one is looking at you. And if you're comparing your body to someone else, you don't know what they're going through. You don't know the journey that they're on. You don't know what they've gone through to get to where they are right now. And we are all complex, amazing, just different human beings. And to compare ourselves to each other, it just harms our peace so much. So the next time that you notice that you're comparing yourself, just think, I'm on my own journey, and there is no comparison. There is no competition. I am my only competition. And that kind of helps to just kind of cease that comparison in its tracks. Just stop it in its tracks before it runs wild and you start thinking about everything that you lack. Okay, that takes me on to number 4. Shift your perspective away from what your body looks like to how your body feels. One thing that I say a lot in these trainings and videos, episodes, whatever you like to call them, is thinking about where you're going to be on your deathbed. And it's a bit morbid, I know, but we are not going to be looking back at our lives and thinking, we are not going to be looking back on our lives and thinking about, ew, I hated how my body looked like that. I hated how my body looked in that photo. I hated how that skirt made me look. I hated all of that. I don't know if you can hear my dog, but he's having a little bark outside. But yeah, we're not going to look back on our lives and think about how much we hated our bodies back then. We're going to look back, most likely we're going to look back and think, wow, I looked good back then. And do you want to look back on your life and think, I ruined that event because I hated how I looked? Because I know I don't. So instead, shift the perspective away from what you look like to how you feel in that moment. What memories are you making right now? What does your body allow you to do? How do you feel going into the day? How do you feel in your body? So try to catch any thoughts that come in when it comes to tearing your body apart, catch it and say to yourself, this is not serving me. What does my body allow me to do? Is it strong? Is it powerful? Is it flexible? What does it do for me? It allows me to walk, to dance, to enjoy my life, to hug my loved ones, to go on beautiful hikes. Let's stop tearing our bodies apart, especially going into the summer months, going into the warmer weather when we uncover our bodies. Start thinking about all your body does for you rather than fighting it and fighting against it all the time. And number 5, practice compassion for others. We are all in the same boat. Remember this. It kind of comes off of the strand of comparisons that I was talking about earlier, is that we are all so wrapped up in our own journeys and our own thoughts and our own experiences that we might probably be all in the same boat when it comes to feeling a little bit alien in our bodies around summertime and when you're uncovering yourself and wearing less clothing. So remember this, that what we think about others is a direct reflection of how we talk to ourselves and how we think about ourselves. So we really need to catch our judgments and catch our opinions about other people and what other people are doing and what other people are wearing. Catch those judgments and think, why am I thinking that about someone else? Instead, practice compassion, practice understanding and empathy, because we don't know what other people are going through. And the more that we practice compassion for other people, and we spread that, instead of spreading judgment and hate, the more likely people will just support each other, because it's a knock-on effect. You know, if you're in your friendship group and you are the person that stops those comparisons, you know, if someone is walking down the street and one of your friends says, oh, she doesn't look very good in that, and you say, actually, I think she looks really, really good. I hope that she is feeling really confident in that. She looks really confident. Or you say something like, oh, well, we don't know what she's going through. Maybe she feels really, really comfortable and confident in that, and go her. Good for them. If you're that person that starts off that conversation, it is way more likely that those kind of conversations will happen instead of the judgmental conversations. So next time that you start thinking something, because it's so easy to just slip into this judgmental narrative and mindset, try and tune down the judgments of others. Take into account how that person must be feeling and just think, well, good for them. And in turn, when you're practicing compassion for others and just stopping the judgments in their tracks, it becomes way less likely that you will judge yourself. Because what your brain repeats over and over again is the pathway that it's opened up for just generally like thinking without having to think, if that makes sense. That does not make any sense. What I mean by that is that we have the power to change how our brain immediately reacts to things. So if your immediate reaction to something or to someone is to judge them, then of course your immediate reaction to yourself will be to judge you. So if your immediate reaction is first judgment, start thinking to yourself, wait, I don't need to judge them. I don't know what they're going through. If they're happy, then that is all that matters. And then your brain will be more likely to halt the judgments that come to yourself, because you might be like, oh, I don't need to judge myself. I've been through so much to get here, and my body allows me to do so much for me. Whatever thoughts we think, they expand, and that pathway continues to grow. I love the analogy of it's like a overgrown country road. The more cars drive down there, the wider the road will get and the more likely people will use it. So that is the same as in the more we control our thoughts and the more we encourage our brain to think positively, the more likely we are to open up that road and let in those positive thoughts rather than the negative. So that's a great place to end this training video episode. Practicing compassion for others in turn helps you to feel at ease in your mind and your body going into the summer months. So that is the end of today's video. Thank you for watching. If you made it to the end, please let me know which was your favourite tip in today's video. And if you did enjoy it, please like and subscribe and watch out for my next video, which will be coming next week. So that is all from me today. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you again next week. Bye everyone!